Welcome to Holiday Club. Today we'll hear about when Jesus said, I am the Good Shepherd. In Northumberland we have lots of sheep farms. Let's meet my friend Will. His family are shepherds and they live on a very windy farm near Cheviot.
These are the mummy sheep. They are called ewes. They've had lambs in March and they've been clipped in June to keep them nice and cool through the summer.
Do you know what breed they are, Will?
So, like, you've got some pure Texels, there's some blue Texels, there's Suffolk through some of them, and I think there's mule, like a mule through them as well. Some of them are crosses, so they're not pure.
Hi everyone, I'm Sharon. Welcome to Holiday Club Week 4. You'll all remember we're talking about when Jesus said, I am. We've already discussed when Jesus said, I am the bread of life, I am the light of the world, and I am the door. This week we're going to be thinking about when Jesus said, I am the Good Shepherd. The verse I'm going to be talking about is found in John chapter 10 and it's verse 14. You'll be able to look it up in a Bible. So here's the verse from the Bible. I am the Good Shepherd. I know my own sheep and my own sheep know me. In the same way the Father knows me and I know the Father. I put the sheep before myself, sacrificing myself if necessary. You need to know that I have other sheep in addition to those in the pen. I need to gather and bring them too. They'll also recognize my voice. Then it will be one flock, one shepherd. A shepherd is a person who tends, herds, feeds, or guards herds of sheep. In Bible times, shepherds would move their sheep from place to place to make sure they had food and water, and they would protect them from predators who tried to kill them. There are a lot of stories in the Bible about shepherds and sheep. Remember the shepherds in the field the night that Jesus was born? In fact, sheep are mentioned in the Bible more than any other animal, and many of the people who are talked about in the Bible were shepherds. For example, David and Abel and Moses and Amos. One of my favourite stories about sheep in the Bible is the story about the lost sheep. You can find the story in the Gospels of Matthew and Luke. The story is about how the shepherd has a herd of 100 sheep. At night, the shepherd would count them into the fold to make sure they were all there. In this parable, the shepherd only counts in 99 sheep. So, because he is a good shepherd, and because he cares for his sheep, he goes back to look for the lost one, leaving the other 99 in the fold. Then, when he finds his missing sheep, he picks him up and brings it back, rejoicing that the sheep that was lost has now been found. Why was Jesus telling us that he was the Good Shepherd? This is because he cares about us all equally, and he will stop everything, like the shepherd in the parable, to find us and care for us. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of things that Rachel brought back, my daughter, from Ireland, a trip to Ireland. This is a green sheep. We don't often see any sheep like that, do we? And she brought this tin with lots of different sheep on it. Now, I don't know if you can see. This one's a cheesy sheep, apparently. This one here with a rain cloud above its head is a sad sheep. We've got a happy sheep, upside down with the sun shining on it. A sleepy sheep with his pyjamas on, ready to go to bed. And we've got a worried sheep here. Purple one, worried. Lots of question marks going on in his head. We've got a dazed sheep as well. Obviously had a little bit of a bump. That's quite a good, fun tin that Rachel brought back. Anyway, the point of showing you that is, obviously there are lots of different sheep there, sheep feeling different things. And if we are lost or wander off or do the wrong thing or say the wrong thing, or if we're the grumpy sheep or the sleepy sheep or the happy sheep or the sad sheep or the dazed sheep or the cheesy sheep or the worried sheep, we know that Jesus cares about us, and no matter what, he will search for us. And when we find each other, he will take very good care of us. Isn't that amazing?
For this craft, we are going to make a sheep because Jesus said, I am the good shepherd, and shepherds look after sheep. So for this craft, you'll need some glue, some scissors, a pencil, 2 pegs, something to spread the glue with, pom-poms or cotton balls, and a piece of card with a sheep template drawn on. You might be able to download a template off the internet, or you could just draw it yourself, but it has to look something a bit like this. And make sure you fold the card over to make it so that it's nice and sturdy for when you cut it out. So first I'm going to cut this template out of the sheep. You might want adults to help you with this. Now that we've done this, you'll be able to see that it opens like that because we folded the piece of card over. Next, we can take our glue and put it on the sheep. So, we put this glue on our sheep. Make sure to only use as much as you need. And then I'm going to spread this around. Now we can take our pom-poms or cotton balls and then we can stick them on to make it look like a sheep.
We're having a multicoloured sheep.
You can do this to both sides or just one side if you want. Next, we can take our pegs and clip them onto the sheep to make legs. And here we have our sheep.